Hi. So you are the one who needs tutoring, right? Well, you're someone I don't know walking up to me in the library at the time that I've agreed to meet someone who needed tutoring in the library. So, you know, a few clues led me to that conclusion. Yes, I truly am Sherlock Holmes, I know. Like, with all due respect to your educational needs, can we get on with this? Because I'd quite like to, you know, do other things with my day. I don't really, you know, want to spend my whole time sitting here waiting for you, then sitting here like, oh, well, you know, maybe if you look in the book, you'll see where the answer comes from. So, you know, are there any specific areas you're struggling with? Right, okay, sure. Yeah, well, take your stuff out of your bag and let's start looking at it already. Why am I... You can't be serious. Surely I don't... You've come here to be tutored, and I need to tell you to take... Really? I need to tell you to take stuff out of your bag? Are you so completely devoid of the ability to do things for yourself that you actually need instructed on the... Ah, it's crazy. Nah, but like, it's actually so tilting though. Will you please take your stuff out of your bag and show me what it is you're struggling with before I throttle you to death? Why am I so annoyed? Because, like... I mean, I know we're not that many years apart, but I feel like I just about managed to dodge for whatever reason. Everyone, like, your age and younger seems to be just, like, brain-addled to the point where you can't do anything for yourself. You need to be told. Like, I bet if I like, came into your PE class, right, and I put a ball, you know, for whatever sport, just a ball and, you know, bibs, right, to make up, enough bibs to make up two teams. I bet every single person in your class would just stand around doing absolutely nothing and waiting for someone to come and tell them what to do. Do you know why I bet that? Because that literally happened to me. Right? I did some summer coaching at a camp, and just for my own pure entertainment, I did that. I put a ball and a bunch of bibs just in the middle on the floor and just waited. And the most offensive part, the kids didn't even play with the ball or anything. They literally just kind of stood around waiting for something to happen. You want to know, here's the best tutoring, here's the single best bit of tutoring I can give you. Do you want to know the people who are actually successful in life are the people who go out and do things without having to be asked? Right? If all you ever do is what's asked of you, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think you become super successful in whatever field you go into? No. You become another little grunt, another little cog in the machine, another little day worker. Oh, run about after doing whatever the boss tells me. I'm doing such a good job. Well, I'll go home and watch the TV I've been told to watch and enjoy all the bits of quote-unquote culture I'm told to enjoy. Never actually explore anything, never question anything, never do anything. No, I'm just going to be this complete blank slate of a human being because I can't be bothered to question anything. I mean, if I tell you, if you pull out this problem, right? So whatever, so what, math, is it? Okay. So you pull out a math problem. If I tell you, oh, the answer is 19, you're just going to go with it. Oh, okay, sure, I guess it is. I could make up a solution that has nothing to do with how it's actually solved. And I can say the answer is 19. And you'd go with it. And it's depressing. So, like, yeah. Let's have this be a wake-up call, shall we? As you look at me with these kind of, like, bewildered eyes. the sooner you realize that you have to do stuff yourself and you can't always be tutored, you can't always be held by the hand and shown the way, not as if you already are in school enough. No, you need someone after school to hold your hand even more because you are incapable. There is no reason you can't do this yourself. I can already tell. I'm looking at it. That's simple as hell. If you actually put the work in, you could do that. Because like, you haven't drooled on me yet, you know? You haven't actively started, you know, like trying to headbutt me for no reason. Like, you clearly have some sort of mental capacity going on in there. So, why is this hard for you? I mean, it just isn't. I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. You're telling me if I put a gun to your head and said, in half an hour you need to be able to do this, that you couldn't figure out yourself? Or that you couldn't look at online resources? Or that you couldn't re-examine stuff you took notes of in class? I mean, I'm presuming you took notes, I suppose. If you weren't specifically told to take notes, then I guess, you know, Robot couldn't have possibly done it by own coordination. No, must be told. I am helping you. That's what you don't understand yet. Apparently I'm helping you right now more than anyone else feels like helping you. Because again, the fact I need to... you have to try and understand this. The fact that you come to be tutored and you were standing there as if you were waiting for, I don't know. I've got no idea what you're waiting for. Like, you know, some sort of royal invitation was going to pop out of the desk at any moment. Like, you're coming to be tutored. Walking over to me, you should be unzipping your bag, getting whatever it is you need to get out, putting it right in front of me and go, okay, look, this is what I need help with. Bang, let's do it. And let's not waste any time. I mean, maybe school isn't your favourite thing in the world or whatever. And if that's the case, cool. Even better reason to be efficient about it. Learn what you need to know, learn it quickly, and get out of there. But no, you don't do that in class, do you? And the reason, no, don't make faces, don't do anything. I know you don't do it in class. Because if you did in class, you wouldn't be here. You, your parents, none of you would feel like you need to be tutored. Could you be a straight A student? Because it's not hard. Like, do it yourself. Have the backbone to do it yourself. If something's difficult, sure, you can ask someone, but work your guts out as well. You know, like, that's... And the saddest part is, do you know what you should do? Okay, do you know what? Here's what you're actually going to do. Here's your tutoring. Because, like... What's the answer to that? No. Don't look at it again. Tell me what the answer is. You don't have to look at it. Do it in your head. Tell me what the answer is. Because I'm looking at you. Like, look right into my eyes. Okay? Look right into my eyes. You can do that without looking at it. Maybe other people don't think you're super smart. Or maybe you just don't believe in yourself. Or maybe I don't know. What I do know, though, is that you can do that without looking at it. Because I know in reality, you're not that dumb. And by the way, I mean, look, if your parents want to pay me to show up and just say, hey, you're not that stupid, just do it yourself, that works for me. I don't need to show you anything. Do you know why I don't need to show you anything? Because on the very next page, you have the exact same style of problem solved. Completely solved, all the working, everything. So why are you pointing at this and telling me you can't do it? You literally have the formula of how to do it on that page. It's the same problem. It is. It's the same problem. If you can do it once, you can do it a second time. What's the point? If you can just look at that one, you can figure out this one. Why? Because again, same thing. Look, the 12 here is the same as this. Yeah? Like, the symbols don't matter. The symbols are just representations of... I mean, you could put whatever, right? You could put an apple, a pear, a banana, and whatever you want, right? And then you say, well, if this 12 is equivalent to the apple, when the 12 goes here in the next line of working, the apple goes here as well, right? It's not hard. And again, I don't think for a second if you had a gun to your head that you wouldn't be able to do this. So why can't you do it normally? Why are you anywhere near me right now? And the answer's pretty obvious. It's like psychological, right? It's just, you can do it, but you'd rather scroll on TikTok. You'd rather go about as a kind of semi-zombie creature, just not actually turning your brain on at any point. And so it's like, oh, that's hard. Oh, okay. You'll look at it for half a second and go, oh, I don't know how that works. Oh, well. I'll just fail school. It's cool. It's not a problem. I wonder what's on TikTok. I wonder what's on Instagram. My phone. Like, you want me to help you do well in maths? Actually, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Yep. Right. No complaining. I am taking the battery out. Here you go. You have the phone back. Yeah. Because you've got a math test next week. Yeah, so until you pass that math test with an A, you don't get your battery back. And I will text your parents right now and say, okay, I've taken their phone battery and they don't get their phone battery back until after the maths test, because what you need more than anything else in this world is a digital detox. You need to not look at your phone. You need to not care what Jimmy from your class is doing on his stupid little videos online or on social media in general. You need to not care what's happening on YouTube, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Twitter, on any of it. Because none of it actually matters. And by the way, all that stuff, choose your time, right? It takes up all of your time. I can tell, look me in the eye again. It takes up all of your time. Which means you're not learning an instrument. Which means you're not reading a good book. Which means you're not watching a good TV show even. Like, I'm going to literally put TV as like some sort of huge virtue here. Because at least you might get something out of a TV show. The mindless scrolling on social media, one, it deadens your brain, and two, you learn nothing really. You might think you learn something, oh, in this country there's this weird custom, but next week you've forgotten that. So, let's not act as if we don't know what the problem is here. Get off your phone. Because again, I can see there's an intelligent person in there. But you look like you come out of some sort of drug-induced haze. Maybe you're on some sort of stupid prescription because you've got a psychologist you don't actually need. That's possible as well. Look, this may all be coming over as harsh. I'm just trying to help you because I see a lot of people with the same problems. Oh, if something's hard, it must be some sort of massive mental disorder. It must be some sort of huge problem. It's an unassailable problem. That's what it ultimately comes down to, right? It's, I'm having difficulties. It must be something that stops me from actually trying. No. You, as an individual, again, I can already tell, you're smart, but you're switched off, you're zoned out. You're not actually trying. And to try requires effort, yeah. You're going to get back in the mode of putting in effort, because if you don't... I mean, I'll give you this, you think you go to college or uni and they're going to keep holding your hand this much? Eventually, at some point, you've got to go by yourself, And that's true of everything. It's true of your career, it's true of your social life, it's true of dating. I mean, are you dating anyone? Well, it's not exactly because you're not attractive, is it? I'm just being honest again. Like, you're attractive, you have an amazing smile. You have very captivating eyes, I've learned from the look at me stuff. So, you know, why don't you have some nice boy to talk to? Because you're not actually turned on in the world, you know? Not like that. Don't make a face. I mean, you're not alert to situations. You're not really interacting with people in a meaningful way. I mean, at this point, I just want you to have a conversation with someone. It almost feels like you haven't even had that. The way you're reacting to me. Okay, look. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm keeping the phone battery. You don't need me to tell you how to do this math problem. I would bet you don't need me to tell you how to do any of them, but I'll be here tomorrow. Okay? You come back tomorrow and we can just talk. Talk about maths. Talk about phone addiction. Talk about boys. Talk about whatever. I don't care. But tomorrow, you come back and we have a real conversation. Okay? And then at the end of that conversation, you still want to ask me something about maths, about specific problems, you can. But I think you go home, no TV, no computer, no phone. Sit and relax for a bit, just be alone with your thoughts, let that happen. Literally, chill out in bed, don't fall asleep, close eyes and just let your mind wander, because it's good for you. Then, yeah. Have a think. Do your homework. Come back tomorrow and tell me, oh yeah, by the way, you're right. Okay? But for now, I'm going to go and do something that's, you know, more productive. I won't charge your parents for this either. Well, I suppose my payment might be eBaying your phone battery if your grades don't get better. Yeah, well, 'tis a fair threat, I think. Anyway, I'm leaving now, so I don't know. Do what you want. Yeah. I said I'm not charging your parents. I'm not on the clock as far as I'm concerned. I'm not tutoring you because you don't actually need tutored. You just need a bit of a wake-up call. I need to smile at a few more boys. I'm getting a phone call anyway, so yeah. See ya.